So guys and girls, welcome back to another video. I'm Hamza with Updato.com, and basically today we're kind of doing a late ultimate smartphone comparison, and we're doing it with the Google Pixel 2 XL, LG V30 and also Huawei Mate10 Pro. So with that being said, in today's video I'm basically going to be exploring each one of the aspects of these smartphones and kind of giving you my final verdict. So with that being said, let's get to it. Alright, so first up is the design of these devices. The LG V30 takes the W in terms of overall aesthetics and design in general, thanks to its clean glass back type build, which has a stunning look. I also like how the placement of everything definitely adds to the experience. With the power button and fingerprint scanner combined, it adds for an easier experience. The Mate10 Pro has smooth edges with a band running across the back, which is so subtle that you barely even notice it. As for the metallic build that surrounds the camera, it provides a distinctive bit of flair to the device itself. As for the Pixel 2, it's got more of a subtle build to it. It's got a matte design, and the button placement is really well thought out. It's got the fingerprint scanner on the back obviously, and then the power button on the side. But that's enough of the design of all of these smartphones. Let's see how they really run in the real world. Each phone has its own software experience. Obviously the UI on the Pixel 2 XL is fully representative of Google's version of how the operating system should look, feel and run. I really like the feel and just overall swiftness of stock Android on the Pixel 2 XL, which makes it harder for me when I'm testing different devices to kind of get used to that bloated software version, and I always find myself putting on Nova Launch or something like that. The LG V30 builds on that by adding its own visual style to the UI, a different notifications drawer, a different settings menu, its own gallery, video and music apps. As for the Mate10 Pro, I'm not too fond of the software on this thing because they've literally customized every single little bit, and it's not for a good reason. You can't expand notifications on the lock screen, so deleting an email or marking a to-do list can't be done without unlocking the phone itself. And then there's just really too many pre-installed apps for my liking. This isn't really the kind of software experience you'd want on an $800 smartphone, so yeah. Moving on, the displays on the LG V30 and Pixel 2 XL are pretty much the same on paper, but contrary to what people might assume, these two displays are not identical. Specifically, the Pixel 2 XL suffers from poor viewing angles. If you move the phone a bit, you'll see a blue tint or blue shift in the color scheme. It's not too much of a deal breaker, but for those of you that want the top of the top display, then the Pixel 2 XL is not your option. That aside, both displays are super sharp and vivid, but the one on the V30 provides a slightly more pleasing viewing experience and wider viewing angles. Now, the Mate10 Pro doesn't have the same clarity as the Pixel 2 or V30, but when it comes to color shift or like colors in general, this is much better overall. Last up, I want to talk about the camera, which to me makes or breaks a smartphone, and this right here is the Pixel 2 XL, and it's the best smartphone camera when you compare them with both of these devices. Like, it's unbeatable, and I'm going to tell you why. Its 12.2 megapixel camera does a great job at dynamic range and really makes the colors pop in the photos. You have to look for yourself to see how good it is in low light as well, and when you put this side by side with other low light photos, there isn't much really to complain about. It does a great job in bringing out the colors while maintaining an image that isn't grainy. Now, the LG V30, I know it isn't the same quality as the Pixel 2 XL, but it has something the Pixel don't, and that is this wide angle feature on the camera right here. So this wide angle thing going on is really crazy, and once you've used this like more often, you'll kind of find more uses to the wide angle feature itself. It's that incredible. On the V30, the wide angle camera has less distortion and better low light performance. The Mate10 Pro does put out some great photos, and pair that with its neat AI functionality, it's still a good option out of all of these devices. The Mate10 Pro does put out some great photos, and if you pair that with its neat AI functionality that I covered previously, what it can do is detect certain objects or certain whatever you're pointing it at in frame and kind of adjust the settings accordingly. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comment section below which phone you think won. Which phone overall do you think is the best one? And with that being said, that wraps it up. Anyway guys, make sure to leave a like on today's video. Why not subscribe? And laters lads, bye.